we like to welcome all of Scott Rasmussen's colleagues, friends, and family for this special day that we can honor Scott and his accomplishments. And I'd like to begin by just introducing you to Clay Long, our state administrator for the Idaho Division of Career and Technical Education. And Clay is over all of the CTE in the state, including secondary and post-secondary. And so I'm turning the time over to him.
Well, good morning. Wow, tough crowd. All right. Let's try it again. Good morning. Good morning. It is such an honor to be here this morning and get to share in celebrating Scott and his work and accomplishments. When we look at career technical education in Idaho, it's innovative leaders like Scott that we look to for mentorship and watching the needle get moved because of the vision they have for their regional programs and career technical education. And this facility is a prime example of that work and that vision. So I am very excited to be here and joined with a lot of his colleagues and community and family and friends. And I also have Proclamation. Scott, the governor couldn't be here today, but I do have a proclamation, so I'm going to read it, and I'm going to try not to make any mistakes, so if I do, just jump up and tell me. And I also wanted to just point out, I'm not taking it personally, but he did announce his retirement shortly after I took this job. And so I won't hold it against him, but I just wanted to point that out. So here we go. Whereas our Scott Rasmussen dedicated over 25 years of service to career technical education in a variety of capacities, including chair of the Technical College Leadership Council. And whereas Scott Rasmussen has always been a firm believer in CTE and has convinced many students and parents of the life-changing opportunities CTE creates. And whereas Scott has a talent for bringing together people with different perspectives and backgrounds to strengthen CTE programs. And where Scott led the charge to secure funding for the Energy Systems Technology and Education Center, create and implement the successful transitions and retention track, and establish multiple K-12 priming the pipeline efforts to create awareness of future workforce needs and opportunities. And whereas Scott was instrumental in securing funding for the Ames Advanced Technical Education and Innovation Complex, and whereas Scott has left a legacy of being an avid advocate for CTE, evident by his accomplishments during his educational career. Now, therefore, I, Brad Little, Governor of the State of Idaho, do hereby proclaim August 12, 2021 as our Scott Rasmussen Day in Idaho, and urge all citizens to acknowledge the work he has done to promote CTE and enhance the educational experience students will receive for years to come. And his signature, and Lawrence Denny, Secretary of State signature. And now I'm going to introduce Adrian San Miguel, who's our Director of Program Services, to speak a little more and present another award.
Thank you, Clay. The division has recognized and honored quality CT programs, individuals, and industry partners that have really had a lasting impact at our annual professional development conference. While we could not have reached this past year or the year before, I think we all would agree Scott would have been someone that would have naturally risen to the top to be considered for the division based on just the impact that he has had regionally and statewide with CTE. So in addition to the Governor's Proclamation, which Clay just shared, I'm pleased to present Scott the Idaho Division of Career Technical Education Distinguished Service Award in recognition for his exceptional leadership and devoted service to career and technical education in Idaho. And then I'd like to invite Kelly Steele. She's the Dean of the School of Business, Communication, and Information Technology at the College of Western Idaho to share a few remarks as a peer. So,
thank you, Adrian. I just want to share a little bit as a peer for the Technical College Leadership Council. Scott has set a bar. He set a standard that the rest of us hope to reach. He's been a friend. He's been a confidant. When we talk about where we're going to push CTE in this state and where we're going and how we can impact the students, the families, the communities, and our economy as a state, he sets the example. He's the person that we can reach out and share ideas with. And he's the most collaborative person that I think I've ever met. I love, in our meetings, we have a lot of strong debate, and they're always respectful debate. And I'm the person that always has questions. But when Scott just sits back and there's a pregnant pause, you know that what he's about to say is going to have this massive impact, and frequently it's things that the rest of us never thought of. I dearly already miss your presence in those meetings, and I don't have an award to give you, but you have my undying respect. Thank you, Scott.
Wow, this is well, I told my wife I was just going to wear a pair of jeans and a t-shirt this morning. She said, I think you had to dress up a little bit. My heart is overwhelmed to see all of you today. I thought we got all this over with in January, but I'm speechless. I have no idea what to say. I appreciate the kind words that have been said about me this morning, and as I look around the audience today, I see, besides members of my family who I love very much, I see so many of you who have influenced my life in so many ways. And as I think about my time at the College of Technology and Career and Technical Education, I realize that all of you influenced me in so many special ways and really transfigured what I became and inspired me to become and do those things that we did here in the College of Technology. I love students. I love what education does for students. We just got back from our annual Ledor camping trip, and some of you heard me tell the story about being up there a couple of years ago, and as I was riding my motorcycle out of this little area we were camped in, someone yelled at me, and it turned out to be a couple of brothers who graduated from our program 10 years ago. They were up there again this year and were so excited to tell me about their careers and the great things that they're doing. One's an engineer in a company in Boise. The other one has been with Simplot for a number of years and has just been stolen, I guess you could say, by another company to go to work for them. And he was just so excited about his interview and where his life is going. And this is the thing that makes it all worthwhile, I think, for all of us to see what education does in changing the lives of so many people. It's been an honor, a real honor for me to be involved in all of that. And the caliber of people that are in this room that are associated with this type of education, I think, shows to all of us what it's really all about and how important it is. I love and appreciate all of you, and thank you all for being here. I had no idea. I appreciate so very much all of you and all that you've done for me over the years. And for being here today, this is really, really special. So, sorry the governor couldn't be here, but you're much more important to me. Thank you so much.
When Scott announced his retirement, he wanted to stay for the completion of this beautiful Ames complex. And when he announced his retirement, we tried to convince him to wait until our phase 3 was done. And he said, no, that's probably going to be 10 years from now. So he didn't think he could stick around that long. But we're so glad that he has led the College of Technology with his vision and his leadership. He has made a difference. As Kelly mentioned, he's made a difference in the state, but he has really elevated the ISU College of Technology to different levels. And I am so appreciative of Scott. He has been my mentor for the last decade. And as I came into the Associate Dean position, I have learned so much from Scott. Scott has such a kind heart, and he just sees the good in others. And, you know, as leaders, often we'll look at all of the issues that come up and the problems and try and get rid of the bad eggs, but Scott is a second chance dean. He would really look at issues that came up and really try to cultivate people and help them reach their potential. And I started seeing people through different eyes because of Scott, and I really appreciate that in him. I appreciate his friendship, his mentorship, and his leadership. So now we are going to just open it up to mingling with Scott and congratulating him. We have refreshments here back at the table, and we have Chris Guthrie and Dave Treasure, if you'll just raise your hand. They will lead you on a tour if you have not had the opportunity to see this beautiful building. They will go ahead and do tours. So again, let's just give a hand to Scott and all of the things that he has done for us.